I know people of South Africa no bengithi ngiyazithulela but lokho akuvumi ukuthi ngithule ngakho. Yabona la uBrown Mogotsi athi la kuMadlanga Commission njengoba testify athi uKhetmatala uphe uGeneral Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi imali amanga. Wabona awuke maka amaketsing ke mo ile motho khona mbona ha bua le maka. But I must say, I trust the commissions. You know, they can even go and lie under the oath. But we trust that our judiciary, our justice system, it will not fail us. Even though by prove but yabona la uBrown Mogotsi athi uKhetmatala uphe uGeneral Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi imali ke maka amaketsing, and this is where people can come and say no, leskana na General Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi ki modimo, he is perfect is what. This is where we say he is perfect. This is where we say all this time, if it was not because of General Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi, dilo tse kaofela tse etsalang ka bedisa etsale maka a ile le batho today bana le sebete sa gore ba o bue ka yena ka be a sa bue makao. But we must say ukuthi uGeneral Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi uthathe imali kuKhetmatala ke maka amaketsing. We must say it. And this is where we come and defend General Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi. This is where we come and say hands off from General Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi. This is where some of us, we come and say General Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi is us and we are him. I wanna ukuthi uthathe imali from uKhetmatala west from uKhetmatala. Hayi uke maka buti. Hayi uke maka. Uke maka amaketsing maka.
Brown Mogotsi is on the witness stand at the Madlanga Commission, and he's telling the commission that all that we have been listening to from Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi is just pure nonsense. It's just hogwash. These are my words. He is saying he's the man with the real files. He has been a contact or contract agent for the SAPS for a very long period. In fact, it was Masemola and Begitel who were trying to get rid of General Sibiya and Minister Mchunu, working with Khetmatala. He says Khetmatala was meant to pay General Fani Masemola 25 million, but he only paid him 5 million. And then Begitel wanted 10 million and he only got 2 million. And General Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi as well met with Khetmatala around April 2025. And he also got his own payment from Khetmatala. And he, Brown Mogotsi, has been investigating General Mkhwanazi for a very long time. And he also throws in the former minister Nathi Mthethwa to say after Mkhwanazi's press conference, he called Mthethwa, who was the ambassador in France, and later on Mthethwa said, no, go and meet with somebody in case. There's just a lot of things that Brown Mogotsi is saying, guys. I don't know if I should be listening to this guy, but we will listen in any case. Anyway, we are live at 7 p.m. There's a live link somewhere there. Make sure you are not late so that we can unpack this story, including Absalom Zungu.
Khetmatala is the infamous John Wick. You know, Brown Mogotsi isn't even halfway through his testimony at the Madlanga Commission, but he's already said so much. I have so many questions. Here's what he has said so far. Firstly, he claims Khetmatala is actually John Wick. John Wick is this mystery man who was apparently targeting members of a gang in Pretoria known as Boko Haram. He sounded almost like an urban legend. Even police tried to unmask this John Wick and they never could. But could this be their big break? Then you've got this. He claims that General Mkhwanazi and King Misuzulu are actually CIA recruits. They asked him to elaborate on this, and all he could do was cite a source who made reference to Mkhwanazi's training in America, as well as the king having lived in America. He also claimed Mkhwanazi instructed members of the political killings task team to intimidate certain members of the royal family, particularly those who are linked to Prince Simagade. Prince Simagade is the one who was challenging the throne, who was challenging King Misuzulu's legitimacy or claim to the throne. And lastly, at least for now anyway, he claims that Fani Masemola, the National Police Commissioner, and the former police minister, Bheki Cele, received money from Kat Matlala after he scored that 360 million rand SAPS tender. And that's interesting because not so long ago at the parliamentary inquiry, General Mkhwanazi apologized to Bheki Cele after initially claiming that he had received money from Kat Matlala. But he apologized, saying that they had made some kind of error in their investigating. But yeah, that's it for now. More is coming, but I'm just going to take a break. Goodness, he's saying so much.
Been listening to Brown Mogotsi, and I think we just might have the guy who knows who was wrong with acrimony. I think he might be the guy who knows where Natim Tetwa is. Because in their files, Lechep, I also think he knows what happened in the Garden of Eden.
Brown Mogotsi says that Kat Matlala called him from prison after the press conference by Lieutenant General Mkhwanazi on the 6th of July. He says that he called him and he was surprised that Mkhwanazi had implicated him in the press conference because he said, Kat Matlala says that he had paid Lieutenant General Mkhwanazi to an extent where he went to his house and paid him money to make this go away. So Lieutenant Brown Mogotsi says that he didn't know that part, that Mkhwanazi was paid, but he said he does remember Kat telling him that he's going to KZN, he's going to visit somebody who's going to make his problems go away, alluding that that's when it clicked to him that, oh, so he was talking about Mkhwanazi. It's a bit shady because there's no amount. He doesn't know how much Lieutenant General Mkhwanazi was allegedly paid, but he knows how much Bheki Cele was paid for the tender and also Masemola as well. Another thing that he said was, he said he's an agent for crime intelligence. He said that he had an informer who told him that he was forced to lie basically about General Khan by Lieutenant General Mkhwanazi and Lieutenant General Khumalo. And he says after that he found that out, Lieutenant General Mkhwanazi had no choice but to drop the charges against General Khan. So basically the whole testimony today has just been about making out Lieutenant General Mkhwanazi to be dirty, Bheki Cele, General Khumalo, and Lieutenant General Sibiya knows nothing, according to him. He does say that as an informant or as an agent, he had regular meetings with Kat Matlala, and but Kat Matlala, his handler told him that Kat Matlala must never meet the Minister of Police. So even the trip that he paid to 150,000 to Cape Town and ANC thing, he had lied to Kat Matlala and told him that you're going to meet the minister. But then when the minister decided not to go, he was scared to go and tell Kat Matlala that Mkhunu is not coming because Kat really wanted to meet Mkhunu, that he ended up saying, hey, the minister is not coming, but you can meet Lieutenant General Sibiya. He's going to be there. Another thing the commissioners were very interested in is the fact that he said that nobody knew he was an agent, but at some point he does say that he did tell Lieutenant General Sibiya. So one of the commissioners asked him, I'm like, so it means that it's possible that other people in intelligence knew that you were an agent because you had already told somebody that you were not supposed to tell. That person, Sibiya, could have told other people. So you might have thought you were moving in silence with nobody knowing you were an agent, but then people could have known. He was hesitant to agree with that, but he ended up also agreeing. So today it's just about Minister Mkhunu didn't know, General Sibiya didn't know. Actually, I was working because in intelligence because Mkhwanazi and Khumalo were trying to get Khan off intelligence and basically get him arrested.
Hello Mzansi, welcome to Mgosi Mzansi. People are reacting to Brown Mogotsi lying about Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi lapana Madlanga Commission. So today was his first day at a stand and people are saying, man, he is just lying. So what are we expecting at Senetuwe Mundu Lokone Ogotenga umgalafa wemoto waphuma emotini wadubula imoto wasuka lapho wadla phansi, claiming ukuthi kunebantu labafuna kumdelete. So people are just saying ukuthi Mkhwanazi, he's just a pathological liar nje, into la ikhuluma kulaphana ayimake isense. Uhleli isikhathi lesingakade ukuthi namhla nakusasa lilanga lakhe waplena wonke lamangaleka wakhuluma kulaphana, and people are saying ukuthi they are not impressed ngemanga akhe. Manga kakayanga private school. Please do comment what you think below down on the comment section. Don't forget to hit the notification bell. I'll see you on the next one. I'm signing out. So goodbye.